All right, what's up, everybody? This is The Rock. We are talking AMD today. So, as you know, AMD reports after the bell, market on close, after hours here today on November 1st. And so, I just want to break down what I'm looking at chart wise and analyst expectations for and the current environment, around semiconductors has just been very negative throughout the year. Imposed sanctions and export rules executed by the Biden administration. So a lot of stuff going on with the chip stocks. But first, I'm going to cover the charts. Number one, the reason that I am bearish on the earnings is the fact that we've already started to run up since last week. Or 2 weeks ago, going into the earnings season. Now, this is the same setup that I've seen with Meta, with Microsoft, Amazon, and Google last week, with exception to Apple. Apple did beat very handsomely with great margins. Okay, however, the four out of the big five techs that I noticed last week was exempt or was flashing the bear flag pattern. Okay, so I'm going to go. So first thing is on the daily we are overbought. Okay, so that's the first indicator to me when it comes to earnings. I kind of started taking a look at the oscillators here. This is a weekly chart of the AMD going into earnings today. And we can see that this 4 week period here looks just like a bear flag, and it could break down. If this bear flag breaks down, we're looking left for support, and you're going to find some support in the 56 or even potentially below 50. Back in April 2020, after the COVID dip here, we saw that AMD consolidated under $50, around $50 range, and then shot up. Okay, so we're back here at $60. If this bear flag does break down, I do expect to see it come down here, potentially under $50. It's hard to imagine AMD, right? I mean, I think long-term growth company, yes, I think it's there, but they're going through a lot of struggles right now with the current environment and recession. And I do believe PC gaming is down as well. So that's going to be important. But what's going to come down to it too is their forward guidance in 2023 and or at least Q4 and 2023 beyond, if they're able to sustain operating growth. So if we take a look at the AMD earnings, okay, I always just use Google in terms of the expectations. All right, so they're expected to report 70 cents earnings per share and a revenue of 5.65 billion. In addition to that, I was just kind of doing some research online, and of course, I found Zach's article, and they are a very credible website. Zach's articles here, and they do have a strong sell rating for Zach's for AMD going into this after hour here. So right here, their ranking is a strong sell 5. Now, I don't use Zach's very often. However, I think this is a worthy look going into earnings here. If they surprise, hey, that's great, fantastic, great for the semiconductor industry. But I am, from a chart perspective and analysts in this particular report, I am slightly bearish going into this earnings. So my idea here is playing the put side. So we'll see in about an hour and a half when they report.